Hello, everyone. It is Wednesday, the 29th, the 29th of April. How are you? And you, but especially both of you. How are you doing tonight? Tell me about it. I see you both. I hope all is well in your world on this last Wednesday of the month. Can you believe it? Here we are, last Wednesday of the month. We are here. Let me get my other going here. Boom. And there we are. Hey, Carrie, how are you tonight? Great to have you here live. Hope all is well with you and that you're having a nice day down in Florida. And that all is well down there. Probably hot, but it's, this is sort of the zone where we don't go to Florida. Hey, Jessica, how are you? Hope all is well in Canada and that you are doing well and smiling. Great to have you all live here tonight on this Wednesday night. Kind of a weird night. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe it's the full moon. Maybe I'm a little tired. I've had a lot going on, but it is still great to be here with you. I can't believe we are staring down the end of April, 4 months almost down. We'll talk about that on Sunday a little bit, but we are there. We still got another day. Still got another day. I was with a story yesterday yesterday? Yeah, only yesterday. First sunburn of the year. Baseball season is here. I know where Jessica is. Make sure you're using that sunscreen, Jessica. Make sure you're using the sunscreen. That's all I gotta say. Oops, wrong way. Just make sure you're using the sunscreen. I don't need you with cancer there, but it is just kind of that weird day here today. So let's get started with our opening quote. uh I like this. When you can do the common things of life in an uncommon way, you will command the attention of the world. When you can do the uncommon things of life in an uncommon way, you will command the attention of the world. Very nice. I like it. I like it. So tonight I thought I'd talk about retail items for a minute because I was having this discussion. Well, I've had a lot of discussions. So what I'm gonna bring you inside. I'm gonna bring you in my inner circle, the cone of Neil. I'm gonna bring you into this circle here and talk about a couple of the conversations that I've had this week. And one was with a store who was behind on getting their inventory processed. And it was a great conversation um, with them because, knowing where they are, they can catch up. Knowing where they are today, they can say, we're going to hustle because the inventory you're processing now is like May's sales. It's pretty statistical how quickly that turns into May's sales, the items that you process now. And so it became, so we don't have a bad May, we need to get our butt in gear and get this stuff processed. And let's set some goals and let's set some times on it because we want to make May's sales. And really, to make May's sales with what they have to process, you're looking at what they get processed in the next 2 weeks will really have a great effect on May's sales, either positive or negative. Getting it done, positive; not getting it done, negative. So, no matter where you are, the important thing is to just start. And that's with anything. That's with anything. So, the important thing is always to just start. It is so incredibly important to start and because that forward momentum, that starting position, that starting line really has a tremendous effect on the outcome. It doesn't take much. It's that little bit, just that little bit. A thing in motion stays in motion. And so when you get in motion doing the right things in the right direction, you make things happen. One of the other discussions that I was having, and we've talked about it a little bit before, is retail items. Retail items, are in some stores are an afterthought. Okay, and for a resale business, they shouldn't be. Retail items or vendor items or traditional retail items, become an afterthought in a resale store when they should really be part of the mix because they fill a void. Okay, they could be items that you don't get in on consignment very often. They can be items that are unique that wouldn't come in. They could be items that other people are looking for that non-resale shoppers would come in for. They could be gift items. They could be new in-box toys because you deal with kids stuff, but you don't want to deal with kids' toys. So having new toys, affordable toys for people to purchase. It could be jewelry because you don't want to deal with the Ziploc baggie full of jewelry that people bring you in. It could be greeting cards. A favorite of mine is always food. Gourmet food should always, or unique food items should always be a add-on. Sunglasses can be an add-on. Just things that people buy all the time. And when you have a selection of it, it can really add to the bottom line. The average resale store has anywhere between 5 and 50% of their inventory as new retail items. 5 and 50. Average is probably closer to 10%. But I have stores where half their store is all new. Half their store is all brand new items. And it brings in a nice mix of customer. It brings in a nice mix of customer, and it allows them to really accomplish things. It's really amazing what they're able to do with that mix. Okay. Um, it is really incredible what they do. So, but one of the things that gets lost is the reorder and keeping track of it. So running regular reports out of your system to see what's selling, not going by your gut, but by going by reality, seeing what's selling, tracking the items, tracking the sales is incredibly important. Is incredibly important part of the process. And this is the part where it gets lost a little bit, okay? Because one of the rules I have for a retail item is how fast it sells. Okay, and a retail item that you bring in, whatever it is, whether it's a gourmet food, whether it's a greeting card, whether it's jewelry, it really doesn't matter what the retail item is. What matters is how fast it sells. Okay, how fast do you turn it back into cash? That is incredibly important, how fast you turn it back into cash. And when you turn it back into cash, okay, you should be the rule of Neil, okay, the rule of Neil in retail items, if you want to call it the rule of Neil, is you should be reordering it as fast as no slower than the end of your consignment period. So if you have a 60-day consignment period and you're not reordering vendor items from a particular vendor by the end of your consignment period, then we should be discounting it and getting rid of it, turning it back into cash. Because so many people think that the buy is wrong or that they were wrong, okay? It's not that you tried it that's wrong. It's okay to try things. I want you to try lots of things. I want you to try lots of things. And that's not the part that's wrong. It's hanging on to it like it's a family pet. Okay, this is not my little Luna. Okay, whatever the item is, okay, that you bring in is not the thing. Okay, it's turning it into cash so it can do the next thing and the next thing. And so even if you have to sell it at a loss, okay, because the opportunity cost of the space that is taking up in your store is big. That opportunity cost, that space on your floor costs money. And if it is not selling as fast as the consigned items in your store, so that, and the simple measurement is, if at the end of the consignment period, if your consignment period is 60 days or 90 days, whatever it is, 45 days, if you are not placing a reorder outside of an opportunity buy, hang on, let me caveat. I can hear the people yelling at me. But I got such a great opportunity buy. I bought so many of them. Okay, that's a little different. That we're gonna put that in another box, okay? Because you got a closeout and you bought tons of them. That's a different conversation. But the idea of a traditional retail item that you bring in, whatever it is, you want to be reordering it by the end of your a normal consignment period. So at the end of 60 days, if you're not placing another order for it, that item's got to go, even at a steep discount. And quite honestly, even at a later point, if a steep discount didn't work and your customers just aren't that into it, donate it just like you would a consigned item. Get it out of the store because your customers aren't that into it. That is more important for your business. That is more important for your business than hanging on to it, than trying to wring an extra 50 cents, an extra dollar, an extra couple dollars. Doesn't matter. What matters is either turning it into cash, and if in the absence of being able to do that, turn it out of your store. Into cash or out of your store. Either way is what is important, because we want to get rid of that and turn that into cash, because they can be such a valuable tool. And it's not just this one item. So you thought it was great or you personally liked it. That's okay. You take lots of things on consignment. You work the power counter where you say yes and no to things. Okay, that's the power counter. You work that and you say yes and no to things all the time. You say yes to things that you think are going to do fabulous that sometimes don't. It's okay. It's okay. That isn't a reason to hang on to it forever. Hang on to the family pet. Hang on to Luna. Hang on to Pokey. Hang on to Kane. Don't hang on to an item that isn't working. Okay? Move it on out. Get her out. Get it gone. Get it gone. Okay? You don't want to keep it like a bad sunburn. Okay? You don't want to keep it. You don't want to show your bird. You want to get it gone and get on to the next thing. Because also, the other thing that I see with resale stores is when they have an item that didn't work, they then get fearful about ordering the next item. Well, that one didn't work. People didn't like my style or what I picked, or they just weren't into that item. Don't buy that item again. Buy something else. Sometimes it'll be that they didn't like that it was in blue. They would have preferred it in black or purple or pink. Sometimes they wanted fun, cards, or they wanted raunchy, socks or something. The socks was saying Foozies. Sometimes they like the big peanut butter cups, or they like the what do you call it? The Rice Krispie treat. Sometimes they like one versus the other. It doesn't really matter. Okay, what matters is what your customers give you money for. And that's the only measurement. Okay, when your customers tell you they like something, isn't when they say, "Ooh, I really like that." Okay, that was really great. Hey, Kelly, how are you? They tell you they like it when they give you money. That is the sign. That is the sign that they like it. That is the sign that they like it. And so there you go with that, people. There you go. Um, and I'm going to have a little bit more on all this for you. But that is the key to it. That is really the essence. That is really the key to it. So that's what I want you to think about as we're finishing out April. We're getting ready to start May. Okay, we're gonna kick off May big here. Okay, and may the force be with you with it, right? We got May 4th coming up here. May the force be with you. But we're really gonna continue to kick it into gear and rise your store up. Yes, we are, everyone. Yes, we are. You know what else we're going to do? This video and everything that I talk about, goes over to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running the store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and oh yes, ring the bell, ring it so you always know when another one drops. You can also share it with everybody you know in business, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, so we can help everybody run a better business. I am here every Sunday and Wednesday at More 8 Than Ish, Sunday and Wednesday at More 8 Than Ish. But if you have a question in between, just email me, Neil, Neil at resalerise.com, Neil at resalerise.com. We start the program with our opening quote every night, and our opening quote tonight was, hang on a second, I dropped it. There it is. When you can do the common things of life in an uncommon way, you will command the attention of the world, was our opening quote. Our closing quote tonight is, they who dream by day are cognizant of many things which escape those who dream only by night. Those who dream by day are cognizant of many things which escape those who dream only by night. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Cinco de Mayo. May the 4th be with you. Then Revenge of the Sith. Yes, all of it, Kelly, all of it. You got it. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abrams, and I do like a good May the 4th be with you party. A great Cinco de Mayo party, and I don't know about the Revenge of the Sith, but hey, we'll get there. But until then, and until Sunday, I'm losing track of days here at More 8 Than Ish, know that you, but most importantly you, yes, you're not alone running this store. Have a great night, everybody. I'll see you, yes, you, on Sunday.